I would like to first begin by dedicating this talk to Black women, the one who birthed me, the ones who raised me, the ones who continue to forge the path forward, those whose life we continue to celebrate, and unfortunately, those that we learn more about their death than their life. I'm sorry for your pain made invisible because of your resilience. You are still here, and I will continue showing up for you. Because when I think about leadership, you are who rightfully comes to mind. So thank you. English is the second language to call my tongue home. My family comes from Haiti. I have an inherited American history. Being Black in this American landscape has always been wrapped in tragedy. I have been conditioned to believe that tragedy is my only link to those who continue to water the ground when uprooting became ritual. So I am the inheritor of fear. F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. While love is currently occupied trying to keep us connected through this digital divide that predates pandemic, I lean on hope. Audre Lorde says it best. We have all been programmed to respond to the human differences between us with fear and loathing, and we handle that difference in one of three ways. Ignore it. If that is not possible, copy it if we think it is dominant, or destroy it if we think it is subjective. But there is no patterns to connecting across our human differences as equals. As a result, these differences have been misnamed and misused in the service of separation and confusion. As hashtags continue to fill body bags, I continue searching for the cure to the human condition through a poem that remains incomplete. So journey with me through the foundation of the English language, the alphabet, as I alphabetically catalog the obstacles in the way of us reclaiming our humanity. Awaken anarchy of apostle ancestors. Alphabets broken beyond beautiful Bible-breathing backbones, Black beacon babies crying childlike convictions, cautiously carving clouds. Clock clicking, creeping into cracks, corroding cuticles, classified chest thumps connecting to consciousness, caving in, deliciously diving deeper into diluted, decoded dreams, drowning, detoxing. Disconnection, dehumanization, desolation destroying destiny, emerging with ego and everlasting exhilaration, earth eyes expanding existence, eulogies. 8:46, feeling sick, feeling flesh, fervor, fever, ferociously fighting fragile fragments, freedom. Focused fingertips frequently forging forgiveness, God generously giving gifts, government holds human history, hungry, how honest heroes' hearts hurt, hue indigo. Ideas of injustice illuminates insidious jury justifications, Kaepernick kneeling, knowing knees, limits lungs, life left lingering, limbs locked, Lord listening. Millions more marching, miraculously merging myth memories of Martin's mountaintop message and Malcolm's midnight murder moments. My mistakes magnified in mirrors and microphones. Move, move, move. No Negroes, no none. Nation, Obama, only Obama. Old operators, oppressed over ovulation, overcoming obligation, orchestrating propaganda, pushing potential in pits past pupils, polluting pores, poor piece poetry, pulsating purpose, prices spent possession, pausing patient people's prayers, psalms, photocopying, questioning quotes and qualms, reaching riches, responsibility, reborn, researching, research, revealing real reflection, ripping righteous raps, relocating restless, struggling, spirits, skin surrendering to sunshine and stretching skies, suffocating shadows, spitting shotgun shells, stopping senses shattering silence, secretly sleeping in solitary spaces, soul screaming strength, triumphant tears, tomorrow's trembling time travelers tinkering with truth tongues. Us, used, useless, vicariously vomiting vulnerability, violating vocal cords. Victory, wrong. Worried words, raging war, worth, wasted wombs, watching x-rays, Xeroxing existence, examine yourself. Young yelling, yesterday, yesterday, yet. But we can't sleep because we understand the consequences of stories left untold. Hope is rooted in the memories of stories of triumph unearthed in the crevices and fringes of our history books. But it's tragedy that keeps us in the present. Our existence requires that we pay attention. The question is, where is your life taking place right now? Is your present being constructed in a past that isn't even past? The metaphor for enlightenment is usually in association with light. But in this moment, I am reclaiming the darkness. The future is night. The night captured underneath my skin is where the healing begins. What has power over us? And how do we reclaim ourselves in the face of dehumanization? The perceived problem and solution to it all can be found in the tools we already possess. Frederick Douglass proclaims, power concedes nothing without a demand. It never has, it never will. This is why we march and mobilize. Black Lives Matter, and our voices and efforts only multiply. We all we got, we all we need. Who am I? I'm a human being. I'm a human being. We have the means, but we are still humans in need, so let us poetically take inventory. Give us honey, saturated in the movable, removable, no excuses, we're breaking all the rules. Give us fire, the founding fathers forged, give us freedom. All people created equal, buried artifacts, give us a canvas. Give us brew. Peppermint and honey black soap. Nile's lifeline inscribed in palm, unconventional, standing 20 feet tall. Give us a frame we can shatter, pop and lock antiquated ideas, armed with colorful words, no white spaces allowed. Give us 1969 and the syncopated improvisation to the metronome. We shall say too, we allow our vocal cords to ripen before time signature expires in measures. We origami chords. We are where 30 shakes hands with adolescents realizing we just hit racial puberty. Watch as red clay seeps through pores, building pyramids past prime. Give us teachers painting brighter future through language arts, recalculating life expectancy. Give us a raft through similes and metaphors, crafting the next chapter minus the sirens. Give us bass instead of treble clef, a triangle instead of square, a flute jazzing across staff lines. Give us all the trumpets signaling Trojan horse. Give us the world with an amen. Give us all the stars and candles away back home to beautiful. Give us food for thought. Give us brew, just beginning to simmer, slowing it down, taking our time. I know everything will be all right. We be the honey and the fire. We don't just survive, We alive. We be life. With our revolutionary tools of choice in hand, we seek steady states, be it emotional or literal sovereignty. But what happens when your primary mechanism of defense is taken away from you? A short story about me. A teacher that I love and still continue to love once told me that I could not sing. And so I stopped singing entirely, which was really hard because I grew up with 90s R&B where singers would go on vocal runs, vocal sprints, vocal relay races. You get what I mean. But I love to go on walks, especially through the city. So I started singing again because my safety depended on it. I had to sing to alert those walking down the street with me that I was not threat. I sing to disarm those who would see history before human. Despite this melancholic reality, I continue to go on walks because I cannot live in the limited imagination of somebody else. And to those individuals, I share some words with you from Chancellor Bennett, better known as Chance the Rapper. I know you're scared. You should ask us if we're scared too. I know you're scared. Me too. I know you're scared. You should ask us if we're scared too, because if you were there and we just knew you cared too. I reside at the intersection of two pandemics. Both require that I wear the mask. We be pilfer people utilized as props in someone else's dream. Black history polychromed and rinsed in cognitive dissonance. Illusion of protection from police profilings comes in the form of a smile. Pearly whites on display allow me to live another day while dying a daily inner death. Breath stifled by cloth that adorns the bottom half of my face, man of the cloth hoping not to be made holy, and hashtagged. Disarming strangers who see history before human, no longer viable option. The irony that the hardest substance in the human body elicits the softest response. Ever watch a lifetime of strife wash away from someone's face, leaving behind only unapologetic wrinkles? Eyebrows now take up the burden of expression while my teeth remain sheltered in place. Teeth relegated to only parting to breaking down sustenance that has been rationed or delivered. My cloudy lips are once again parched to reignite my battle with the sun. I see resistance and justice dance on the hopeful horizon, so I look forward to falling in love with tomorrow. I promised her I'd be there, and I don't break my promises. Thank you.